Good morning everyone. So today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is chapter 13, named Transport and Communication. So in this chapter we are going to look at about the transport, various means of transport, and then about the communication facilities. So we are going to look at their advantages, how many types are there, and the important transport projects like golden quadrilaterals, etc., or the superhighways. So before starting with the transport and communication, you should know the importance of transport and communication. So transport and communication are of different types. One is roads, then you have railways, then you have ICT, which is information, communication and technology, ICT tools, etc. So these are different forms of transport and communication. Now they are important because they help in economic development. Why they are important? One is for economic development because they link one sector to other, one city to other. Okay, so that's why they are important. Now there are different forms. Okay, before this, there are two different types of infrastructure. One is basic infrastructure, where you get railways, roadways, and ICT tools, which is information, communication, and technology. And second, you have human capital. Now, human capital means a person who is skilled. Okay. Person who is skilled. Okay, so that comes the second. Now, in this chapter, we are only concerned with roadways, railways, ICT, or different forms of transport. So, let us look at different forms of transportation or the modes of transportation. So, what are the different modes? So first you have land, air, water. Okay. In land you have road, rail. Then in water you have inland and overseas. Okay, oceanic means beyond your water bodies, and land we also have pipelines. Okay. Then in air you have again two types, domestic and international. Domestic means when you travel via airplane within the domestic economy, or like from Mumbai to Bangalore, Mumbai to Ahmedabad, Delhi to Kolkata. So that is within the country. International means when you travel from Delhi to London, or Delhi to New York, or Delhi to Japan or Australia, international. In domestic you have further two types, whether it is publicly owned, whether it is owned by government, or whether it is owned by private. Indigo Airline, it is a private company. So that will come under domestic as two category, public, private. Public example will be Air India, and private's example will be Indigo, SpiceJet, Air Asia, etc. Okay, clear about this? So these are different modes of transportation which we are going to cover in couple of videos in this series. So in the land you have roadways, railways and pipelines. In water you have inland and oceanic water. Okay, inland means, suppose this is the map of India. Okay, this is the map of India. Now up to this, that will be inland. Or you can say that, suppose this is West Bengal is here and Mumbai is here. Now if you are traveling from West Bengal to India, okay, suppose there are 2-3 rivers located. If you are going from here to here, that you are using inland waterways. Okay, but you are going from Mumbai to USA via waterways, you will call it as oceanic. Okay, now let us cover in detail about the land, which is the prominent mode of transportation. Roadways means when you are using roads as a medium of transport. Okay. Now roads, they are of different types. Okay. So one is national highways, state highways, district roads, border roads, and rural roads. So now roadways are important because they provide door-to-door service. Second, reliable, faster, cheaper, and so it provides door-to-door services. Okay, now you might get a courier. We send couriers, we receive newspaper. So that is door-to-door service or door-to-door delivery. Second is reliable, faster and cheaper. Traveling by roadways is cheaper, it is also faster, it is also reliable. Okay, and roadways connect railways, ports, etc. So roads do connect different railways, it do connect different ports. In order to reach the railway station, you take the roadways. Also, when you travel for a shorter duration, suppose if you want to travel only 200 kilometers, you will prefer roadways rather than railways because it is faster. But when you look at the importance of roadways, then 65% of goods are transported. Okay, 65% of goods are transported and 85% of people travel. So 80% of people travels through railways, travels through roadways, and 65% of goods are transported through roads in our country. So you can see the importance of roadways in India. Now, when we look at why roadways or what are the advantages of roadways, one is the roadways can be built on uneven and rocky landform. If you look at the northeastern state of our country, they have hills, they have mountains. Now, laying down railway line is not possible. Okay, but you can build roads there. So, roads can be built on uneven and rocky landform. Second is cost of building is low and it is less than railway. So, when you lay down the railway line, for a 1 kilometer railway line, the cost is more than 2 crore. But when you lay down the same 1 kilometer of road, the cost is less than the cost which is incurred in constructing the railways. So, cost of building roadways is low as compared to railways. It provides door-to-door facility. Apart from that, when natural calamity take place, so during natural calamity, roadways are the key routes. Okay, so roadways are the place through which people actually travel. So roadways are the key routes. When earthquake happen or when disaster, flood, cyclone, anything happen, what happen? People usually travel through roadways, and roadways is the primary aim. So whenever any disaster happen, the first aim of government is to restore the infrastructure like roadways, railways, so that communication and transportation can be maintained. So these are few of the advantages of the roadways sector. And these are the few, and there are more are there, you can check in the book. So we are done with this roadways. Now let us look at national highways, etc. So when you look at national highways, the national highways are built by CPWD, which is Central Public Works Department. National highways are the highways which connect one state or one city to other city. So basically national highway, it runs throughout the country. So in order to go from Rajasthan to Gujarat, you have to use national highway. Okay. So these national highways operate within the states as well. Then you have state highways. The state highways are maintained by Public Works Department. These state highways links capital city of state to other cities in the state and links various national highways. Then you have district roads. The district roads are again maintained by, so district roads are either maintained by PWD or the local government department. So it connects, so district roads, or you can say the municipality, they also maintain it. So district roads connects districts with various tehsils, villages, etc. So it connects with various cities as well. Then you have border routes. Then you have border roads. Border roads, they are built by Border Road Organization, popularly known as BRO. These are built near international border or they connect places with border. Or you can say that for the movement of army, navy, or not the navy, the movement of army or the BSF, the defense forces, they need border roads. So the border roads, they are built at the location where international border is situated. Like Badme, so we have international border close. So most of the roads, when you go near the international border, most of the roads are border roads. They are built by Border Road Organization. Then you have rural roads. So what are these rural? Rural roads are the roads which are built by the village at the administration at the village level. These roads link various villages. Links various villages. And in the year 2000, the government launched Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. Now this particular policy aim is to build all seasonal, all weather road, which are the rural roads. So under PM Gram Sadak Yojana, roads are constructed to link villages. Okay. Now we are left with the last topic. Before starting the last topic, I'll tell you about the Golden Quadrilateral Highway project. So what is this Golden Quadrilateral? This is the super highway project which is built by National Highway Authority of India. It will link metro cities Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata and Mumbai. So this golden quadrilateral will connect all these 4 metro cities. Now let us look at the last topic, which is Rajasthan Road Vision 2025. Now this is very important. You can get a 2 mark or a 5 mark question like mentioned about the Rajasthan Road Vision. So the vision is nothing but it has set of targets. So certain targets are set. First is in 15 years, and then second target is about in next 10 years. So first is in the first 15 years, all the villages will be connected, and in the next 10 years, more and more highways will be built. Okay, so in the 15 years, all the villages to be linked through road, and in the next 10 years, building more and more roads like highways, flyover, etc. There is also one more aim, which is one more target. That target is connecting tourist, then historical, religious, etc. places with roadways. So to ensure that all such places are well connected. So this is about today's. So in today's class, lecture we have already done with the roadways, and in the next we are going to look at railways, the pipelines, and then the water transport. Thank you.